If you're like me, you're an SMG player. You like to get up close and personal in gunfights and actually go off on people that way rather than waiting at super long distances and head glitching and just being bored. You know, it's kind of boring playing with ARs over and over and over again because up close they don't do enough work, and at long range you're just sitting there waiting for people to cross. I play with a lot of SMGs and I rush the map like crazy. I'm a headless chicken when I play multiplayer. Anyways, let's move on to the actual classes that I want to show you guys today. So we're going to talk about 5 SMGs. One of them is going to be the AK-74U, and I know that it isn't really classified as an SMG in the game, but the AK-74U, in my opinion, it should be an SMG. So this is technically the only assault rifle on this actual list, but I want to show you guys the class for it right here, as you guys can see. So we got the VLK stockless stock. Now this is also one of the only classes, or the only class this video, that the gameplay might not actually match the class setup, and that's because everything, I recorded 2 hours yesterday with this gun right here, and the whole gameplay got corrupted. The whole file gone. But regardless, this is the class I use, and I could attest that this is a very good class. So the stockless stock is going to be what we're going to use, and that gives you ADS, sprint to fire, movement speed, and hip recoil control, which is really nice. I like it because it makes you really fast. But then the rear grip is something that I really like as well, because it gives you sprint to fire and ADS. I always say those are the best, and for the tuning, you're going to put those up to the highest. Then for the underbarrel, we got the F-Tac Tiger grip, which gives you aiming idle stability, hip fire accuracy, and recoil stabilization. In the tuning for this one, you're going to go ADS and aim walking speed all the way to the max on those ones right there. And then for the muzzle, we got the what the heck is that? FJX Fulcrum Pro, which is something that I never really used as a muzzle, but I realized that you kind of need it because it gives you vertical and recoil control. And then when you go to the tuning, you can put the ADS up, but you could put the gun kick all the way up as well, which really helps out with this class right here. And the final one is the barrel, the BR209, for movement speed and ADS. I wish there was a barrel that gave you sprint to fire, but there really isn't. So that, I mean, we got to stick with that. So ADS and recoil steadiness is what I threw all the way up on this one right here. Going to the next class, we got the VAS-P. Now this gun is weird because this one plays like an SMG, but it's also good at longer distances as well, especially this class for it right here. So you could play it up close, you could play it up far, and you're still gonna go off on people. I actually use this in Warzone, and it does better than the Fennec for me. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. I know a lot of people are using the Fennec and stuff, but this class actually does me better than the Fennec. I run both on the same class. Yes, I run 2 SMGs in Warzone. I'm a weird guy for that, but like I said, I love SMGs. And this one gets me more kills than the Fennec. So for this one, the rear grip is the True Tac grip, which gives you sprint to fire and ADS, obviously, meaning in the tuning, we're gonna max those out as well. I don't see why not. The stock is the Ultrazat stock, which is aim walking speed and sprint speed. You don't get ADS or sprint to fire, but it does help you get around the map a lot faster, and when you're aiming down sights, you can strafe to left and right a lot faster. There's not much movement in this game, so anything you could do that could give you an edge on the enemy in a gunfight is gonna help you, so definitely throw that on. And then again, ADS I put all the way up, and then this I left at 0, the aim walking speed and the aiming idle stability. I didn't know which one to throw it to. I just left it at 0. I feel like it's kind of perfect at that one right there. The laser is the FSS OLEV laser. Now the laser is visible to the enemies when you're ADSing. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. But you get sprint to fire and you get ADS. That's the main reason I have it on. And I will warn you guys, the laser is red, so when you actually do use this, people are going to see it. It's going to be pretty visible. So just make sure you're not aiming down sights too long and giving out your position. And if you do, you could always use it to your advantage and take people out that way. The KAS 1381mm is the barrel I went with for damage range, hip fire accuracy, and bullet velocity. And the reason I threw that on is because this is what I had on my Warzone class, and I got so used to using it, and I threw it on this one as well. Now the recoil steadiness I put a little up, and for the first time, or maybe not the first time, but one of the first times, I don't put ADS speed up, I actually put damage range up, and I find like it works really nice. And then for the muzzle, it's the Schladumpfer. I'm not sure how to say that, man. Every video is the same thing. I can't pronounce that. You got sound suppression, bullet velocity, recoil smoothness, and recoil control. The tuning is ADS. The other one's in the center. For the barrel, the tuning is damage range and recoil steadiness. I think I showed that. Moving on to another class on this list, we're gonna go down to the Fennec. Now this is my Fennec class setup, not the same as my Warzone class. My Warzone class, instead of this stock, I believe has the stock cap, and then instead of the barrel, I might have, I think I have a muzzle. I'm not sure, instead of the barrel. Either way, this is the class right here. Let's just go straight into the tuning so we don't waste time. Recoil steadiness and ADS for the barrel, which is the Fennec Covert Force. That's what you get with it, the pros and cons. For the underbarrel, you get the F-Tac Tiger grip, which is pretty nice as well. The tuning for this one is ADS, and then aim walking speed slightly up, not all the way up. The magazine is the 45. I wish you got 60. 45 already makes it slow enough, so I mean, hey, I'm gonna stick with it. It's not bad. The rear grip is the Fennec rubber grip, which gives you sprint to fire, ADS. The tuning you guys should already know. We got ADS and sprint to fire all the way up. And then the stock is the X command, the FTAC X command stock. And for the tuning on this one, ADS all the way up, and then dead center. I can't really get it back to the center, but you guys, anywhere close to the center is pretty good. So that's it right there for the Fennec. Let's move on to another class. I love this sniper, by the way. This sniper is so good. This is my class for it, and I love it. All right, like it's not the fastest sniper in the game, but it's just the MCPR, I think it is. I forget what it's called. It's really good. Now the Lachmann Sub. I don't know why it does this. Every time I open up this game, it gets rid of all my attachments. It feels glitched for some reason, but I know the class by heart because I always make it anyway. So for this one right here on the rear grip, we're going to put ADS and sprint to fire all the way up. It does give a nice amount of recoil control, like right there, as you guys can see, it's a pro rather than a con, so it is nice to have. And then for the stock on this one, I put the stockless mod, which is great as well. You can't tune it, but it is pretty good. The underbarrel is the FTAC Tiger grip, and I think it gets rid of the tuning every single time. I don't know why. This one I leave towards the center, and then I put the ADS all the way up. For the muzzle, again, I think it gets rid of the tuning. This game's weird. Every time I try to use this class, no matter what gun I put on, it gets rid of some of the attachments. I don't know why. The AVR-T90 comp muzzle, and then for the tuning on this one, we're going to put ADS and gun kick control for sure. And then for the final attachments, sometimes I run extra magazine, like I'll go ahead and put 40, not 50. I don't feel like I need that, especially when I'm playing search and destroy. This is mostly my search class. I feel like it's good. I'm either going to throw on the Slimline Pro Optic, just because I find the iron sights on this one to be a little too thick, if that makes any sense, but you don't need to throw that on. Or I'm going to go ahead and put on the barrel, and that's going to be this one right here, which gives you the ADS, hip recoil control, and movement speed. The barrel, which is the L38 Falcon 266mm, and then for the tuning on this one, it's going to be recoil steadiness and ADS. Now you might be thinking, for the barrel, why would you throw that one on when you have this option right here, which seems a lot better? You can't, because of the underbarrel, unfortunately. You can't put it on. So I throw this one on instead, and it works out pretty nice. Let's put that camo back, because why not, right? All right, let's move on to the final weapon on this list, and a lot of people might not like this gun, but it is the smallest SMG in the game, and this is the BAS-P, I believe. Yeah, it is. So I always forget the name because it says Tokolosh down there. I don't know. It's a weird variant, but this class right here, I made it the smallest class possible because I just wanted to see what it would look like and how it would feel. It actually plays pretty nice. So for the rear grip, we got the Bruin flash grip. You guys can see ADS sprint to fire. The tuning you should already know. Actually, that's weird. I put recoil steadiness up instead of ADS. I haven't gone into the tuning in this one for a while. The reason I did that is because without it, this gun is small, it has a lot of kick. You want recoil steadiness on this gun for sure. The stock is the stockless mod, which is great to get that sprint to fire, ADS, movement speed, hip recoil control. The laser, now you might think I'm weird for running canted laser. Sometimes I'll take it off, sometimes I'll keep it on. It gives you ADS speed and sprint to fire, but I kind of like it on, I'll be honest with you guys. And if I don't have it on, instead I'll have an optic on, which is the Slimline Pro. And I just feel like, I don't know, I just like playing with canted. It's pretty cool. The Thunderfire is the barrel, and again, the recoil steadiness and the damage range rather than ADS is going to be all the way up because it's a small gun. It's already going to ADS fast. You got to get some of that damage range on. And then for the muzzle, it's the AVR-T90 comp for vertical and horizontal recoil control, recoil stabilization, and gun kick control all the way up. But overall, it's a good class. So that's going to be it for the video. If you guys did enjoy the top 5, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel if those notifications turned on. And if you guys want to watch another top 5 different weapons, go ahead and check out this one right here.